Hi, Cancer. I hope you guys are well. Thank you for joining me. I've got a reading for you for the period of the 23rd of June all the way through to the 30th. I hope you guys have been well. Just going to shuffle the cards and then we will get into the reading. So, Sun has officially gone into your sign. I think you guys will see over the period of the next month or so what a fabulous opportunity this is to go over a few things that you may have learned through the course of, your last birthday to this one. Lessons you've learned, things you've picked up on, like what was good for you, what was bad for you. And I think if you really want to progress into this year and have a fabulous year, it's a fantastic opportunity to address key issues, just problems that you know that you are facing over the course of the year, and just sort of see what you could have done better, what you could have avoided, just sort of, those sorts of things. Cancer, I think you're going to find that if you really want to feel comfortable over the course of this next month, focus on comfort. Focus on those creature comforts. Focus on home. Focus on what makes you feel love. What makes you feel loved. Like how is your environment bringing out the best in you? Okay? I need you guys to think over times where you may have played devil's advocate and provoked certain reactions or certain feelings within other people that may then in turn have caused a bit of a backlash on you. So much so to the point where you'd almost forgotten what you'd done and you would, jump onto the retaliation. Where in your life do you feel like you can put all of that kind of stuff to an end? Mars retrograde in Aquarius on the 26th is really going to be one of those times where you're going to need all of your friends, families, closest ones to really rally around. Teamwork is like key for this stage, and that is just before full moon goes into Capricorn, which again is very much going to be like quite a cold time. You've got to be very professional and very matter of fact, not really taking things personally or jumping to conclusions. And then when Mercury enters Leo on the 29th, it's going to be a time where conversations are sort of no holds barred. Like everyone's going to feel a need to really communicate how they feel, and it's important. And, there's going to be a real showmanship and a real bravado to communication. It might even feel like really over the top and extra. If you can address certain things that have caused you conflict over the course of this last year, if you can identify them, give credit where it's due, and maybe cut back on things that you know are really not serving anyone, and maybe try and drop those kind of things, I think you'll find you'll have a super productive year. Right, I'm going to call out the cards for you. So I have the Hanged Man. I have the Eight of Cups. I have the King of Swords. I have the Nine of Swords. I have the Two of Wands in reverse. The Star card. The Tower card. And, of course, the Page of Pentacles. This Earth sign. Wow. Right, okay. Hangman. I think this is where I was talking about identifying things that get you in trouble that you know you should avoid, and making a conscious effort not to put yourself in a situation where you feel like you're backed into a corner because just of how you feel and how you may have reacted on how you feel, and it may not necessarily have been the right conclusion or the right set of actions, but it's left you in a position now where you're kind of hanging in limbo, and it's it's not, it's in no one's favor to sort of move forward when they're suspended, okay? Because there's not enough. I think this is actually knowing better but not doing better. And the suspended effect it then has on you. This guy almost looks to me like he's enjoying being suspended in the air like that. Is there an element of devil's advocate where that is going on? Maybe look to address that this week. 8 of Cups. These two really tie in hand for me, only because when you're in this sort of suspended state and having all of that blood rushing to your head, it could be very easy to jump to the wrong kind of conclusions. If this has anything to do with that earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, it may have you feeling like you need to walk away from an established setup, an established home, a business. Cancer is the moon is the sign, this planet of Cancer. And for me, I don't think you're really using your reflective season, okay? Connecting with the moon, it's intuition, it's illumination, it's wisdom. And I think it's going to lead you to make sort of rash decisions to walk away from already really nicely established things. King of Swords. This is either an air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. They are upright. Or this could be you, sort of. This king, I think less so than the queen. I don't find him to be a particular king to use the intelligence of air and the emotion of water to really make his decisions. He seems like quite an irrational person with his sword ready for attack at any point, like at any time. Jumping to conclusions, being quite irrational are the traits of this king. I think you will find that a lot of that will lead to these kind of sleepless nights. There's 9 of Swords situations where you're suspended and you're making quite rash decisions and you're having to walk away from beautifully established things. The sleepless nights is not conducive. It's really not conducive. I think if you were to take a little more initiative to think and ponder over, the consequences of minor actions, their result therein. I think these 3 cards really are the outcome of this week for you. The Star. The promise of beautiful things, like the real time. This is your birthday, the Star. The sun's come into your sign. Beautiful times, real sort of emotional happiness, financial happiness, dreams almost sort of coming true, wishing on a star and have something really work out for you. You've got to really encapsulate this lady. She's got one foot in the water, the other one on land. She's perfectly balanced. She's fertile. She's got abundance around her. Keyword really being balance. Remember, you might have a lot going on around you. Try and remain balanced. The Tower card. It is just a reminder, I think, of the conflict and just how horrible and nasty, like there's so much destruction in this photograph. Take this almost as a reminder of how certain behaviors over the past year have led to how many tower moments and what you can really do to make sure that you're avoiding them, especially with this earth sign. Cancer, I think there are lots of beautiful things coming for you during your sun, like the sun being in Cancer. I think there are a lot of beautiful things coming to you, and I really, really hope that you guys have a fabulous birthday and a beautiful time. But ponder a little bit. Be reflective. You don't need to walk away from things, and you don't need to have sleepless nights over, you know, these rash, cold judgments, these intellect, but using it for the wrong reason, being suspended. Like, this isn't where we want to be for a birthday. Nuh-uh. This is exactly where what we're aiming for and what we want to do for this birthday, Cancer. I hope you guys have a fabulous birthday. Enjoy yourselves, and I will see you next week. Take care.